Tuesday, May 2, the angel's instruction to Daniel. Read Daniel chapter 9, verse 23. What specific instruction does the angel give to Daniel? Why is this significant in understanding the meaning of the cleansing of the sanctuary in Daniel 8:14? Daniel 9:23 begins, "At the beginning of your supplications the command went out, and I have come to tell you, for you are greatly beloved. Therefore consider the matter and understand the vision." The angel plainly instructed Daniel to consider the matter and understand the vision. What matter and what vision? Because there is no vision recorded in Daniel 9, the angel Gabriel must be speaking of the portion of the vision in Daniel 8 that the prophet did not understand, the vision of the 2,300 days. Daniel 8:14 said, "And he said to me, for 2,300 days, then the sanctuary will be cleansed." And verse 27, "And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick for days. Afterward I arose and went about the king's business. I was astonished by the vision, but no one understood it." Gabriel continues in Daniel 9, verses 24 to 27, "What events in the life and ministry of Jesus is this about?" Daniel 9, beginning at verse 24, 70 weeks are determined for your people and for your holy city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, there shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublesome times. And after the 62 weeks, Messiah shall be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince who is to come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. And the end of it shall be with a flood. Until the end of the war, desolations are determined. Then he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. But in the middle of the week he shall bring an end to sacrifice and offering. And on the wing of abomination shall be one who makes desolate, even until the consummation which is determined is poured out on the desolate. The first portion of the prophecy relates to God's people, the Jews. 70 weeks are determined for your people, the Jewish nation, in Daniel 9, verse 24. In Bible prophecy, 1 prophetic day equals 1 literal prophetic year, as we read in Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 6. "And when you have completed them, lie again on your right side. Then you shall bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have laid it on you a day for each year." And also we see this in Numbers 14, verse 34. "According to the number of days in which you spied out the land 40 days, for each day you shall bear your guilt 1 year, namely 40 years, and you shall know my rejection." In Daniel and Revelation, when you have symbolic imagery, you usually have a symbolic time prophecy as well. One of the ways we can be certain that the day-year principle of prophecy applies here is that when we use it in Daniel's prophecy, each event on the timeline comes out perfectly. And we'll see that in tomorrow's lesson. If we apply this principle, 70 weeks are composed of 490 days. Since 1 prophetic day equals 1 literal year, 490 days are 490 literal years. Gabriel tells Daniel that 490 years are cut off. The literal meaning of the Hebrew word chathak, chathak, is sometimes translated determined. Cut off from what? It only could be the other time prophecy alluded to here, the 2,300 days of Daniel 8:14. These 490 years, which are a time prophecy, are directly linked back to the time prophecy of Daniel 8:14, the only part of the vision left unexplained in Daniel 8, and the only time prophecy in Daniel 8 as well. Thus, we can see that Gabriel, with this time prophecy, is coming to help Daniel understand what he didn't understand in the previous chapters. the 2,300 days. This lesson was read by Dr. Percy Harrold for Christian Services for the Blind. Sponsored by the Sabbath School Department and distributed through Hope Channel Australia, this podcast is also redistributed by Hope Channel Germany, Christian Record Services for the Blind. It is also available on SoundCloud and through multiple podcast distributors, including Apple iTunes. And you can listen and watch at the same time on YouTube. Remember, God is always faithful.